If a woman truly loves you, you will feel peace around her. Not confusion, not anxiety, not emotional exhaustion. But most men stay too long in relationships where they are tolerated, not loved. And the dangerous part. Sometimes the signs are quiet, no cheating. Just small behaviors that slowly reveal the truth. Her heart is no longer with you. And today, we're going to talk about the 5 signs she doesn't love you anymore. Not what she says, what she shows. Comment, no more confusions. Number 1. She stops respecting you. Love without respect never lasts. The moment a woman stops respecting you, everything begins to collapse. And the painful part is that it rarely happens all at once, because she slowly changes the way she speaks to you, the way she looks at you, the way she responds to your presence. And if you pay close attention, you notice that the warmth disappears first, then the patience disappears, then eventually the basic respect disappears too. And now every conversation starts feeling heavy, because she no longer speaks to you like a woman who values you. She speaks to you like someone who believes she has emotional control over you. And that is where many men begin losing themselves, because instead of standing firm, they start chasing her approval harder, trying to become softer, more understanding, more available, thinking that if they love her harder, she will go back to who she used to be. But that approach destroys a man from the inside, because a woman rarely respects desperation. She respects strength, emotional control, discipline, boundaries, purpose, and the ability to walk away from what destroys your peace. And many men ignore this because they are emotionally attached to the memories of who she was in the beginning, not the reality of who she is now. So they tolerate things they would have never tolerated before. They allow sarcasm, public embarrassment, emotional manipulation, coldness, disrespectful jokes, and dismissive behavior, because they fear losing her more than they fear losing themselves. And that is exactly why she keeps pushing further, because every time you accept behavior that destroys your dignity, you silently teach her how little you value yourself. And she notices it, even if she never says it out loud, because women pay attention to what you tolerate, not what you complain about. And this is why many men become emotionally exhausted in relationships, because they are constantly trying to earn back a level of respect that should have never disappeared in the first place. And the dangerous part is that disrespect slowly changes your entire identity, because now you begin questioning yourself, overthinking everything you say, walking carefully around her moods, losing confidence, losing focus, losing discipline, and eventually losing the strong, grounded version of yourself that once had standards. And this is why Stoic discipline matters so much in relationships, because it teaches you that your peace cannot depend on another person's behavior. Your standards cannot bend every time someone threatens to leave, and your self-respect cannot become negotiable just because you are emotionally attached. Because the truth is, a woman who truly values you doesn't enjoy humiliating you. She doesn't gain pleasure from making you anxious, and she does not constantly test how much disrespect you are willing to tolerate before you finally break. And many men stay trapped in these situations because they keep hoping she will wake up one day and suddenly become loving again. But people reveal their true character through repeated behavior, not temporary apologies. And this is why you must stop listening only to her words and start studying her actions, because actions expose the truth with brutal honesty. And once you finally accept that truth, your entire life begins changing, because now you stop begging for understanding. You stop chasing emotional validation, and you stop shrinking yourself to keep someone comfortable. Instead, you begin rebuilding your standards, your confidence, your discipline, your purpose, and your peace. And suddenly, the same woman who once dismissed you starts realizing she lost access to a man who no longer tolerates behavior that destroys his soul. And the powerful part is that this transformation does not only change on Sakshibaya Mamayam San Satura May. It chuchos chansat changes the way the entire world treats you, because when a man finally learns to respect himself deeply, people either rise to meet that standard or they lose access to him completely. Number 2. She only calls when she needs you. Pay attention to when she reaches out. Does she call because she misses you? Or does she only appear when she wants something from you? Because many men are trapped in relationships where they are treated like emotional utilities instead of human beings. And they stay there because being needed creates the illusion of being loved. But those two things are completely different, because a woman can need your attention, your money, your protection, your emotional support, your time, your consistency, and still not truly value you as a man. And this is where so many men slowly destroy themselves, because they spend years pouring energy into a woman who only contacts them when her life becomes uncomfortable, when she feels lonely, when she needs reassurance, when another man disappoints her, or when she needs someone dependable to stabilize her emotions. And every single time she comes back, he convinces himself that this means she cares. But deep inside he notices the pattern, because she disappears when things are good for her and suddenly reappears when she wants comfort again. And this creates an emotional cycle that drains the life out of a man, because now his happiness depends on temporary moments of attention from someone who only values his usefulness. And many men know exactly what this feels like, because they sit there staring at their phone, wondering why the woman who once gave them endless energy now responds with dry messages, delayed replies, and emotionless conversations unless she needs something from them. And instead of accepting reality, they begin over-investing harder because they think more effort will restore the connection. But the painful truth is that no amount of loyalty can force someone to value you if their heart is no longer invested. And this is why Stoic thinking becomes life-changing, because it teaches you to stop attaching your worth to how another person treats you and start paying attention to patterns instead of excuses, because patterns reveal intentions clearly. And when a woman consistently only appears when she benefits from your presence, you must stop romanticizing the situation and see it for what it truly is. Because real love is not built on convenience. Real love is consistent, reciprocal, respectful, and emotionally present even when there is nothing to gain. And many men suffer in silence because they keep trying to prove they are worthy of deeper love, instead of asking themselves why they're accepting emotional crumbs in the first place. And that question changes everything, because now your focus shifts away from chasing her attention and toward rebuilding your standards. And once that happens, your entire energy changes, because now you stop instantly replying to everyone. You stop abandoning your goals for temporary affection. You stop placing women at the center of your life, and instead, you begin creating a life that feels meaningful with or without validation from anyone. And this is where real strength begins, because the strongest men are not the ones who can keep a woman attached at all costs. The strongest men are the ones who can walk away from one-sided attachment and still remain disciplined, focused, calm, and grounded in purpose. And when you finally reach that level, something powerful happens, because the same woman who once treated your presence casually suddenly notices your absence deeply. And not because you begged her to value you, but because you finally stopped giving unlimited access to someone who never appreciated it properly. And the moment a man understands that his attention is valuable, his life starts transforming completely because he no longer gives his energy away cheaply to people who only remember him when they need something. Number 3, she ignores your feelings. A woman who loves you cares about your emotional state. Not perfectly, but genuinely. And many men realize something is deeply wrong in their relationship when they begin noticing that their emotions no longer matter to the woman beside them, because every time they try to express frustration, stress, exhaustion, or emotional pain, she either dismisses it, minimizes it, changes the subject, or somehow turns the entire conversation back toward herself. And over time, this creates a silent loneliness that slowly destroys a man from the inside, because he begins understanding that he can be physically beside someone every single day and still receive absolutely no emotional support from her at all. And many men stay trapped here for years because they believe being emotionally ignored is normal, so they suppress their thoughts, hide their struggles, pretend to stay strong constantly, and slowly disconnect from themselves just to keep the relationship functioning. But deep inside, resentment keeps building because a relationship without emotional understanding eventually becomes emotional imprisonment. And the painful truth is that many women expect endless emotional support from men while giving almost none in return once they stop valuing the relationship deeply. And this leaves many men carrying the entire emotional weight alone, while still being expected to remain calm, stable, supportive, patient, and emotionally available at all times. And eventually, exhaustion takes over, because no human being can continue pouring love into a place where their inner world is completely ignored. And this is why many men begin feeling emotionally numb, because they spend so much time suppressing disappointment that they eventually lose connection with themselves too. And this is where Stoic principles become powerful, because they teach you emotional control without emotional self-destruction. They teach you to observe behavior clearly instead of becoming consumed by emotional chaos. And once you start applying that mindset, you begin recognizing uncomfortable truths much faster, because now you stop making excuses for behavior that continuously damages your peace, and you stop convincing yourself that basic emotional care is too much to ask for because it is not weakness to want understanding from someone who claims to love you. The weakness is staying in situations where your emotional needs are constantly treated like burdens, while you continue sacrificing yourself, hoping things will eventually improve. And many men lose years of their lives waiting for emotional reciprocity from women who already checked out mentally long ago. And that reality crushes them because they realize they were loyal to a version of her that no longer exists. And this is why discipline matters more than emotions in difficult moments, because emotions will keep you attached to false hope, while discipline forces you to confront reality directly. And once a man finally accepts reality, he stops begging to be heard by people who never intended to listen properly. Instead, he begins redirecting his energy into growth, purpose, health, brotherhood, business, spirituality, and inner peace. And suddenly the loneliness that once destroyed him becomes the exact pressure that rebuilds him into someone stronger, calmer, wiser, and emotionally grounded. And this is the hidden advantage many men never realize, because pain either weakens you or transforms you depending on how you respond to it. And once you stop chasing emotional understanding from people who repeatedly ignore your heart, you finally create space for a life where your presence is valued naturally instead of tolerated reluctantly. And if you are ready to stop suffering in silence and finally rebuild your mind with timeless Stoic principles that strengthen your discipline, emotional control, self-respect, and peace. The Stoic relationship. Blueprint ebook for men is linked in the comments right now, and it is now available in the audiobook version, so you can listen to this life-changing knowledge while driving, training, jogging, working, or taking a quiet walk. And the powerful part is that once you own it, this wisdom is yours forever, always there whenever life tests you again. While the Stoic relationship Blueprint course for men is also launching in the coming days to help you apply these principles deeply in your daily life. So comment Blueprint right now if you want early access before everyone else finds out about it. Number 4. She gives her attention to other men. Attention is emotional currency, and where attention goes, energy follows. And the painful truth many men struggle to accept is that a woman reveals her priorities through where she invests her attention consistently, because when she truly values and respects you, she naturally protects the relationship without needing constant reminders, without needing endless arguments, and without making you compete for basic loyalty. But when her interest begins shifting, everything changes slowly, because suddenly she becomes addicted to outside validation. She craves attention online. She constantly seeks reactions from other men. She starts hiding conversations, changing passwords, acting secretive with her phone, smiling at messages. She quickly turns away from you, and every instinct inside you begins telling you that something is wrong, even while she keeps insisting that you are insecure, controlling, or overthinking. And this is where many men begin abandoning their own instincts because they are terrified of appearing jealous. So they stay silent, while disrespect slowly destroys their confidence piece by piece. And the dangerous part is that she notices your silence, because every time you ignore behavior that clearly violates your standards, she loses more respect for you internally, even if she never admits it openly, because people naturally test the boundaries of those who refuse to enforce them. And many men suffer deeply in these situations because they keep trying to appear understanding while secretly dying inside, watching the woman they love seek excitement, validation, and emotional energy from other men while still expecting commitment, emotional support, and stability from them at the same time. And this emotional imbalance slowly poisons a man, because now he lives in constant anxiety, constantly analyzing changes in her behavior, constantly wondering who she is texting, who she is entertaining, why her energy feels different, why her attention disappears so easily. And instead of confronting reality directly, he keeps hoping loyalty will return if he simply stays patient enough. But patience without boundaries becomes self-destruction, because a woman who truly respects you does not constantly create situations that damage your peace. And many men ignore this because society trains them to tolerate behavior that quietly humiliates them while pretending it is confidence. But Stoic discipline teaches the opposite, because it teaches you to observe actions calmly without becoming emotionally blinded by attachment. And once you begin applying that mindset, you stop arguing endlessly about loyalty, because you realize that genuine desire never needs to be forced, monitored, or negotiated constantly. And this changes your entire energy, because now you stop chasing reassurance from women whose actions already reveal the truth clearly. Instead, you redirect your focus toward building a stronger body, a sharper mind, financial freedom, purpose, discipline, and emotional control. And suddenly, the attention that once controlled your emotions loses power over you completely, because your life no longer revolves around keeping someone interested in you. And this is the exact shift that transforms a man. Because when you stop tolerating divided attention, you begin attracting healthier situations naturally, and even more importantly, you regain your self-respect, your clarity and your emotional stability. And the truth is, many women only realize the value of a disciplined, grounded man after he stops giving them unlimited emotional access while they disrespect him casually. And by that point, the transformation has already happened, because he is no longer trying to compete for attention. He's building a life too meaningful to waste on confusion, inconsistency, and emotional games. And once a man reaches that level internally, people treat him differently because his standards become visible through his actions. His boundaries become stronger than his loneliness, and his peace becomes too valuable to sacrifice for temporary affection from someone who never truly protects his heart. Number 5. She makes you feel alone. This is the biggest sign of all. You can sit beside her every single day, sleep beside her every night, speak to her constantly, and still carry a loneliness so heavy it drains the life out of you slowly, because emotional distance inside a relationship damages a man in ways many people never talk about openly. And the painful part is that many men remain trapped in these situations because they keep convincing themselves that things will eventually return to how they used to be. So they continue forcing conversations, forcing connection, forcing affection, forcing effort, while she slowly becomes colder, more distant, less present, and emotionally unavailable. And over time, the relationship begins feeling like emotional survival instead of peace, because now every interaction feels empty, every conversation feels robotic, every moment together feels emotionally disconnected. And many men begin blaming themselves for this because they think maybe they are not successful enough, attractive enough, emotional enough, patient enough. But the reality is that no amount of self-sacrifice can create genuine love inside someone whose heart is no longer invested in the relationship deeply. And this realization destroys many men because they spend years giving loyalty, effort, consistency, protection, and emotional support to women who slowly stop appreciating their presence entirely. And eventually they begin living like strangers inside the same relationship, carrying silent pain every single day while pretending everything is fine to avoid conflict. And this is where many men lose themselves completely, because loneliness inside a relationship attacks the soul differently than being physically alone. Because at least when you are alone physically, there is honesty in the situation. But emotional isolation beside someone who claims to care about you creates confusion, self-doubt, emotional exhaustion, and deep emptiness. And this is why Stoic principles become essential, because they teach you to stop escaping reality and start facing it directly with clarity, discipline, and self-respect. And once you begin observing your relationship honestly, without lying to yourself emotionally, you start recognizing how much energy you have been wasting trying to force closeness from someone who is emotionally disconnected already. And that awareness changes your life, because now you stop chasing affection desperately, you stop begging to be valued properly, and you stop attaching your worth to another person's inability to appreciate you. Instead, you begin rebuilding your connection with yourself, your purpose, your health, your spirituality, your discipline, and your future. And slowly, the loneliness that once weakened you becomes the exact pressure that sharpens you into someone stronger, because pain handled correctly creates wisdom, emotional control, and inner stability. And many men never realize that some of their greatest transformations begin the moment they finally stop fighting to keep emotionally empty relationships alive. Because once you reclaim your energy fully, your standards rise naturally, Your confidence returns naturally, and your life begins opening in ways you never imagined possible before. And the powerful part is that when a man finally becomes comfortable standing alone with dignity, he stops tolerating relationships that make him emotionally starve while offering the illusion of companionship. And this is why emotional discipline matters so deeply, because it protects you from wasting years attached to situations that slowly destroy your spirit. And once you understand that, your entire perspective changes, because now you stop asking whether someone wants you around temporarily and start asking whether their presence truly brings peace, loyalty, consistency, emotional safety, and genuine respect into your life. And that single shift separates a man who constantly suffers in toxic relationships from a man who builds a life rooted in purpose, clarity, strength, and peace. The truth is, the world benefits when men stay emotionally weak, distracted, desperate for validation, and disconnected from timeless principles that create discipline, peace, strength, and self-respect. Which is exactly why the Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men is changing lives right now, because it gives you powerful Stoic wisdom that has transformed strong men for more than 2,000 years. It's linked in the comments and now available in the audiobook version, so you can absorb this life-changing knowledge while driving, training, jogging, or taking a quiet walk. And the powerful part is that once you own it, this wisdom stays with you for life, while I also prepare the Stoic Relationship Blueprint course launching in the coming weeks to help you apply these principles deeply in your relationships and daily life. If you are ready to stop tolerating disrespect and rebuild yourself into a disciplined man who protects his peace, comment, "I choose discipline," like this video, and subscribe to help more men discover these truths before they lose more years of their lives chasing people who never truly valued them.